this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder that Capital One Bank Guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also tell you about how Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bankguy. Capital One N.A., member FDIC. Hey there, and welcome to Short Stuff. This is Josh. There's Chuck. There's Jerry. We're going to talk about death. It's a natural, super hip thing to do.
And there's Dave Ruse in a bottle with a cork on top screaming, "Let me out."
Right? That was weird, but I loved it.
Yeah, Dave helps us out with the longer form stuff, but this is one of the old, I don't know how old, but one of the old How Stuff Works shorties that he put together.
Yeah, I don't think it was old. I think it was new.
Is it new?
One of the new How Stuff
I just
Works
mean
shorties.
the old website.
Oh, gotcha.
Like ye old.
You got to say it like that.
With an E.
The old with an E?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ye oldie.
Boy, we sure wasted a lot of time.
Good.
So, Chuck, we're talking obituaries. Like
Yes,
I said.
That's right. Do you read these?
Probably
Probably not, because you're under 80.
No, yeah, no, I know, but people do love them.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I read that I think Beyond the Dash is what it was called, which is great because, the dash between the date of birth and the date of death. Mm-hmm. There's a dash between them.
Yeah.
There's a website, an obituary website called Beyond the Dash. And they said that an obituary is like your final gift to a loved one. You're celebrating their life for all to see and read, or if you're one of those weirdos who reads obituaries, for those people to read and see.
Yeah. I think it's long been like elderly people read obituaries. The joke is sort of that, because they're not in them. So,
man, when ageism becomes a real thing in like 10 years, this episode's not going to have aged well.
It's already a thing.
A real thing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they have always, they've changed a lot over the years, which is sort of interesting. And this, we're going to plug the genealogy website?
No.
Okay. There's a genealogy website, though, that has, apparently you can learn a lot about your genealogy just from researching obituaries because they list so many people in the family.
It's like a family tree there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then even obituary websites and genealogy websites, they've unleashed AI on these things. And the bots have really had a field day coming up with obits dating back as far as I can see to the 1750s, at least in the United States.
Yeah. This one genealogy website has 262 million published obituaries.
That's a lot.
Online.
Yeah. See if you can figure out which one it is.
Yeah, I guess so.
But so the bots have they've said, okay, well, from what we've been able to ascertain, at least from digitized newspaper records, going back to the mid-18th century, obits weren't a very big thing.
Unless you were famous.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
The deaths of famous, well-known, successful people have always intrigued us.
Yeah, and I don't think you might have told me that obituaries were pre-written for a lot of people.
Yeah, like the New York Times obits, like the real deal ones.
Yeah. I think you told me that a couple of years ago or something, and I was just astonished.
I definitely knew that.
Yeah.
It sounds like something I would tell you.
Probably.
And it's not made up even.
Over our afternoon tea.
Right. But they'll just have like an obit going on somebody, and then when they finally die, they can get it out the door really quick just by kind of summing up at the end.
Just fill in that last Beyond the Dash.
Yep.
And maybe if they did anything noteworthy in the last 8 months of their life.
Right. And if they didn't.
What I wonder is, do they is it just for old people or people that they think are risky?
I wonder.
We'll
have to ask Jeremy Piven.
I don't get that reference.
He played an obituary writer in some movie, yeah.
Was he an obituary writer who was a big jerk?
Probably.
Because he kind of specializes in those roles.
He does. He does.
Interesting. So mid-19th century, you started seeing this change from just famous types to regular old people getting their local paper usually to publish sort of stripped down obituaries.
Yeah, it was called a death notice. It was basically
Like super
saying,
stripped down.
yeah, this person died, and that's that. There's still death notices around today, and apparently, if you're into obituaries so much that you will publish a death notice, what you're saying is it's basically like a hold the date for more information about the funeral.
Right.
They still do those today. But that was what obituaries were originally. It was just, the person's name, they died, maybe who they were survived by, maybe a little bit about the funeral. But the reason obits were so thin originally was because back in the day, before the linotype was invented in, I think, the 1880s, when you put a newspaper together, every page, every letter of every word, of every sentence, of every line, of every page
of every
in the
graph,
newspaper,
to use some lingo.
Thank you. Was set by hand.
Yeah.
By hand.
Yeah.
Every letter.
So that's why certain obituaries just had a name and died.
Right, exactly.
With a date, maybe.
And you felt lucky to have even been mentioned.
Probably so.
Yep. But then linotype came along and they said, hey, it's a lot easier to make a newspaper now. Let's make more newspaper every day.
Yeah. So maybe we'll take a quick break.
Oh, boy.
And we'll come back and talk a little bit more about obituaries.
Hey everybody, here's a fact for you. In the United States, there is a break-in every 26 seconds, and that means that somewhere right now, an intruder is getting closer. And the problem with most security systems is that they only alert you after the break-in has started, and that's too late.
Well, that's what makes SimpliSafe different. They use alerts. SimpliSafe's U.S.-based live agents, they identify threats on your property and help deter them before they actually break in. So the intruder never gets into your house. The crime is stopped before it even starts.
That's right. And another great thing about SimpliSafe is they have no long-term contracts. They give you peace of mind and great value with their monitoring deterrence plans because they just start at about $1 a day.
Yeah, SimpliSafe sent us a setup years back, and I still use mine every day.
Yeah, and apparently setup, you can do it by yourself in under 30 minutes, so it's a really good value and it doesn't take long.
So if you want to experience the SimpliSafe peace of mind, you can take advantage of the SimpliSafe discount offered to Stuff You Should Know listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplisafe.com/stuff. That's half off at simplisafe.com/stuff. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Work can be a little weird. One minute you're in a meeting that could have been an email. The next you're trying to decode corporate jargon that somehow means nothing. And don't even get us started on the quick sync that turns into a 45-minute deep dive.
Yeah, well, the truth is figuring out your career isn't always straightforward. Whether you're trying to grow, pivot, or just stay relevant, it can feel like you're navigating it all on your own. Well, that's where LinkedIn comes in.
That's right. LinkedIn can help you grow your career, helping you confidently navigate your path with insights, ideas, and inspiration from your professional community. You can stay up to date with the latest trends in your field, connect with people who get it, and discover opportunities tailored to your goals, your experience, and what actually matters to you.
Whether you're looking for something new or just trying to grow where you are, LinkedIn gives you the tools and connections to move forward with confidence. Because LinkedIn is the network that works for you. Visit linkedin.com/knowstuff to learn more.
If you want to know, then you're in luck. Just listen up to Josh and Chuck. Stuff you should know.
Hey, Chuck, let's talk a little bit more about obituaries.
Yeah, I mean, certain things like the Civil War obviously would ramp up the death notices, like tens of thousands of these going out every year.
Yeah, and this was even before the linotype, too.
Right. I think because they were soldiers, they felt like they needed to do so, even though it was a pain.
Plus, also, there seems to have been a real increase in fascination with death among the Victorians.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, that's when they were taking bereavement photography.
Oh, that's true.
They were holding funerals at home, but they became much more elaborate over time.
Yeah, well, what really changed was newspapers discovered that they could charge people money to get a loved one listed in an obituary column, and they could make some dough on it.
Yeah.
And then it became a real thing.
They made fat stacks, as everyone called it in 2011.
These stats are pretty amazing, though. From 1900, 400,000 obituaries in 1900, and then and that's from 2 million total newspapers. By the 1930s, there were 1.25 million obituaries and about 2.5 million total pages.
Yeah, so obituaries themselves in number exploded.
Because they were making dough.
Right, but they also, the amount of the newspaper that they represented exploded too, and from a fifth to a half
Right.
of all pages were obituaries.
Really?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Well,
my
I guess
math.
so. Yeah.
It's usually wrong, but I'll bet it's close.
1.25 million obituaries and 2.5 million pages.
That's half, right down the middle.
right down the middle.
Yeah,
And this is where, in the 30s and 40s, is where you start to see that sort of classic obituary notice that we know today. Not just died, sorry, but stuff. It's a 4-part thing: the death announcement, a little bit of a bio, who they're survived by, and then a little bit of the funeral info.
right. And it didn't have to be like one paragraph each, but I mean, like it was in those segments. Sometimes the middle bio part was extensive, depending on what they'd done.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the survive bio was bigger than other times. Like that sweet story about that veteran who died in Florida, I think a couple months ago, and he outlived all of his family.
Oh, wow.
And somebody got word of it, and it became like a viral thing. And 10,000 people showed up for his funeral.
Really?
To make sure that he was seen off, that he wasn't forgotten.
What does your obituary say? I assume you have pre-written it.
First of all, it just says died.
Died.
Yeah, I've pre-written it. I'm on draft like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
guess.
I got you.
No, I have not. Have you
No,
done yours?
of course not.
I haven't even thought of mine. I'm still LIVIN.
All right. So this is where the genealogy comes in that now you've got spouse's name, children's names, married names of daughters, grandchildren. I mean, you might see cousins if it's noteworthy. Or even if it's not, if that's what the family wants in there.
Right. Because so the obituary, as Ruse puts it, is a quasi-legal document.
Yeah.
A lot of people think you have to, by law, publish this in the newspaper. You don't. You do, by law, have to file for a death certificate like we talked about in the home burials short stuff. But you don't have to publish it in obituary. But it still definitely lets the community know, hey, this person died. If you happen to if this person happened to owe you money,
Yeah, I was about to say.
here's your chance to come,
Right.
make your claim against the estate or whatever.
Yeah.
So it does serve some sort of function, but it's not like a law that you have to publish an obituary. But it is up to the funeral home typically to publish the obituary or contact the local newspaper.
Right.
But the family gives all the info that they want included in it, and they're the ones who are footing the bill. I think it's usually charged by line. So if you want to include cousins, sure, but it's going to cost you an extra 80 cents.
Right. His second cousin Eddie, really worth it.
Yeah.
And then things changed again really after 9/11, apparently, when the obituaries became much more personal and these great stories started coming out about the people who died on 9/11.
Right.
And I think that sort of, at least according to the people that they quote in this article, said that kind of changed things all over the country.
Yeah.
And people started being a lot more honest.
Yes.
And maybe funny and making them real memorials. But also, like I said, being honest and not brushing things under the rug. Like if someone suffered from depression and died by suicide, they wouldn't just put a vague,
died suddenly at home.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they used to say.
Yeah, and I'm sure some of them still do, but I think there's a trend toward honesty and openness now more so.
For sure. And apparently, according to Susan Soper, who's an obituary expert as far as Dave Ruse is concerned,
Sure.
she said that was probably what turned the tide, that September 11th narrative obituary thing. Did you read about that last thing about the saying that the deceased will not be missed in some cases?
Whose was that? Was that just one?
As far as I could tell, it was just one. But a few years back, there was a woman whose adult children, said that the world would be better off without her, or the world is now better off without her, and she will not be missed.
Wow.
She really jilted them as children, and they had never forgiven her for it. And it caused a huge outcry and backlash.
Really?
And actually, everyone sympathized with the dead woman,
Not the kids.
and not the kids. The kids were taken as like little monsters who couldn't forgive their mom. But it was a huge deal, and it really kind of said a lot about how we view the deceased and their last, send off.
Right.
Just how many warts should you show?
Right. And like, even if that was, I don't know, I'm not going to take a side, but even if that's the case, is it gratifying to give mom a finger on the way out the door?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask those kids.
Not
I'm
a
sure
finger, the finger.
they were they were probably very surprised at the international backlash that it garnered.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's it for obituaries, Chuck.
Yes.
That means Short Stuff is out.
Stuff You Should Know is a production of iHeartRadio's How Stuff Works. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.